Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast, Suchitra's Life. And I have been reading a couple of books parallelly, and typically I try to balance nonfiction with fiction, and I just like to keep things interesting. And I found a book, and the title of that book really caught my interest. It's titled Life is Short. So is this book by Peter Atkins, and that instantly grabbed my attention. So as we live our lives, we think that it's gonna be forever, it's gonna be so chill and calm forever and ever, but that's not the case. I guess we constantly do need reminders that life indeed is short and we better make the most of it. So this book is indeed quite short. I mean, I managed to finish it in a couple of sittings, but if you have a long stretch of time, you can finish it in like one sitting. It's like just talking to a person who's just sharing their take, their point of view. And the author really emphasizes that life is short, and I'd also like to keep my advice short, concise, and to the point, which I really loved. uh, well, it's you need to have reminders every now and then that what you do now will have consequences, impact, and there's nothing great in life that you can achieve than knowing about yourself, trying to you know not to really dump things and put yourself in some legal troubles and stuff like that. So all these things are like, it may seem very generic. So once I started reading the book, I was like, okay, this seems like a really simple things anyone would say, but simple things are all we need right now. We don't need complex information. And this book starts by author Peter Atkins talking about how he saw his boss losing his life to cancer, and he was pretty young. He was in his early 30s and he had everything: the job, the wife, the family, the kids. Yet he didn't have time. So, time is the most essential thing that we own, and you can't stretch it, you can't like negotiate it to be any longer than it's supposed to be. So, I guess I'm not saying we all need to have a brush with death. That's a crude thing to say. But if you just observe things as is around you and try to contemplate on simple things in life, I guess you'll understand that life is indeed short and time is just running by. So the author says that, you know, to make the most of your life, say no to things that don't matter and work hard at what you love, and occasionally take time away from your core focus to rest so that your mind can be quiet for great insights to come. He just, I think he really is like, that uncle that we do want to talk to and spend time with. Not all relatives are approachable and understanding, I feel, but there'll be like that one relative who has seen you for what you are. You can talk to them about anything and everything, and they'll share things and put everything in a simple way to you to understand. I think that's what this book felt like when I was reading. So to sum it up, it's this book is about how to approach life, how to manage your time, doing things that you love, making time for things that you love, Especially, there are certain themes that run throughout the book, and those are to know yourself. Like, to be happy, you need to pay attention to who you are, what you want, and how you feel versus staying busy just doing stuff or doing what other people want or expect you to do. This requires both self awareness and introspection. And yeah, once you have a bit of understanding, you need to act on that knowledge. Just simply understanding would be insufficient. Progress depends on action. And observe, you know, humans are emotional animals, so it's important to observe oneself and others for better insights, and focusing on things that are important, persevering, managing change, making like genuine, true friends, and caring for yourself physically and psychologically, and trying to understand your actions do have consequences, and honing your judgment skills, and finally to laugh and see the humor in everyday life, because we are all going to die anyway. So while you should try your hardest to make the most of your life, when something funny happens, or when you make a mistake, or something that you thought would go according to you didn't happen, it's easier if you can laugh about yourself and the world. This is like a short and sweet and simple advice. And at least, like for me, when I plan something and nothing works out and I bombed at it and I really sucked at it, I first cry. I just cry like a baby. And then I'm like, okay, fine. I admit I wasn't good at it. I should have gotten like better at it before I even attempted. But again, so to be very honest, nobody knows why we are here, why we have like two arms and two legs and a head and a brain. Nobody knows why we are here, but it feels like it's kind of like a survival tactic, pretty much, that okay, we are living in a society and we can't act crazy all the times. So we do have some sort of guidelines just to keep things working smoothly, but those guidelines are just for that, to just reduce that overthinking side. But yeah, I mean, people are constantly questioning everything, and I guess the more I read, like the more I see people and try to understand, everyone have their own perspective, and it's like there's nothing right or wrong here. But while you are alive, just make sure that you're just happy and doing things that you love, and make sure you have at least one person that you can be yourself with, and that'll make a lot of difference. Just a person who doesn't judge you, and they're just happy that you are there with them. I guess that makes life really interesting. And I hope I didn't like really bore you with my understanding of this book, but yeah, this is a very short book. And if you are like traveling somewhere and you're like you want to stay away from screens, but at the same time you're not big of a reader, but something light you can take, then yeah, this book did that. It's short, sweet, and simple, and I hope you pick it up, and I hope you understand the value of life and start enjoying it. Bye bye.